the iPhone 12s are incredibly boxy phones, I do think it's a big move in the right direction. For starters, I've said this a few times, but the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 4, they're literally some of my favourite looking phones of all time, ever. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'm just kind of drawn to the precision of a design like this. But it isn't just visual. See, boxy is also more space efficient than having to kind of build components around the curves you see on modern day phones. So that's at least a part of the reason that for iPhone 12, they've managed to pack everything into a body that's smaller from every dimension. They've managed to trim the bezels, much needed coming from that iPhone 11, which was starting to look very dated, all while using what they're saying is the strongest glass on a smartphone. Oh, also, every iPhone 12 has magnets in the back to allow the phones to kind of lock into place on a wireless charging pad. Makes sense. And this will also probably lead to a whole slew of new magnetic accessories for the phone, so we'll have to wait and see for that. So, design-wise, it's not revolutionary, it's almost like they've gone back, but I like it. Now, the one thing that Apple spent even more time talking about than design was speed. In fact, like, the entire theme of the event was high speed. Whichever one of these new iPhones you get, whether you get the base version of the iPhone 12 mini for $699 or the maxed out version of the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which will probably be $1,500, you're going to get the same Apple A14 chipset and 5G. The important thing is that 2020 is the year where smartphone chips are switching from a 7nm fabrication process to a 5nm fabrication process. Or, in simple terms, they've built the chip on such a small scale that they've managed to cram more power into an even smaller package. They're saying this is up to 50% faster than every other phone out there, with 30% more efficiency than last year. And then we've got the other side to that coin. The 5G. Yes, Apple has put more 5G antenna bands in this phone than apparently any other 5G phone, but at its core, the inclusion of 5G functionality is more of an eventuality than like an impressive feature to have on a phone now. The last main thing that's changed with the iPhone 12 phones are the cameras. And what they've done this time around is a little weird. So for the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, and the small iPhone 12 Pro, you pretty much get the same camera setup as the last generation. But with a slightly upgraded main camera, it has a better lens and a wider aperture, which means more light, better photos, better videos. And they can also all record high dynamic range video, which just brings out more detail. On top of that, both Pro models have a LiDAR sensor, which is kind of like an advanced depth camera. They can better understand the information in the room around you for augmented reality and slightly better portrait mode. But really, the main camera improvement actually only comes to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is the only iPhone to actually have an improved zoom camera, 2.5 times instead of 2 times, improved stabilization, and an improved sensor. And when you are talking about how good a camera system is, the sensor is arguably the most important part of it.